Hey everybody, welcome back to Midas Letter Live. Today we have VIc Neufeld, the CEO and co-founder of Aphria Inc., trading on the TSX under the symbol APH. And Vic is just getting mic'd up right now. So we're going to start with a look at the Aphria chart, which, if you look at that chart, that is healthy by any measure. And you're looking at the 1 month window. And the thing I wanted to point out about Aphria is that their shareholders and their investors and the people who are watching are generally very responsive to news that comes out, which, looking at the whole cannabis universe, there's a lot of companies that put out news, there's a bit of a blush in the stock, and then the stock drops off, indicating that they're more traders, they're not really investors. In the case of Aphria, we're happy to report that when people buy, they tend to hold because the chart maintains a strong pattern, unless, of course, the whole market goes down. Now, we're going to bring in the man of the hour himself, VIc Neufeld. Vic, thanks for joining me today. How are you doing?
Very good. You?
Good. You're in town for Lift? Among other things?
Amongst other things, yeah, leave it at that.
Yeah, right. So how's Aphria doing? I hear you've launched your super mega mechanical, impressive facility that we haven't been able to see yet, but we want to come and see it.
The weather is beautiful for you to drive down or fly down.
Right.
We'd love to host you, and it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing in industry compares to what the boys in Leamington have built.
For sure. So you're impressed too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It sounds like you could get lost in there.
Lost, but just like in awe on how automation can really, with robotics, etc., and stealing the technology of invention from the Dutch that have scoped this out several years ago, but bringing it to cannabis and the engineering feat behind it. Just the overall efficiencies and drilling labor out of the cost equation. So.
Sure. Okay, so which phase is now actively growing?
We're up to part 3, so that's 300,000 feet, and that's 30,000 kilos of annualized harvest, full crop rotation. In September of this year, we'll have our part 4 of Aphria 1 completed, and that's the state-of-the-art automation that you referred to. Health Canada, 2 months, who knows, knock wood.
Yeah.
We should be by mid to end of Jan of 2019 in full crop rotation, saleable harvest out of the part 4. And September this year also will be completion of the retrofit of Aphria Diamond, the 1.3 million square feet of brand new Dutch greenhouse built about 4 or 5 miles north of our Aphria 1 campus in Leamington. Wow. And that'll be, again, Health Canada, who knows the timelines, and then we're banking on Jan-Feb of 2019 for full crop rotation out of there too. Wow,
okay, so February 19, what will be the total annual output of Aphria?
Together with Broken Coast,
yeah.
Our high premium BC bud, awesome growers they are, will be at 240,000 keys annually. Give me about 4 months to get to full crop rotation, so by, let's call it May of 2019, we'll be kicking out 20,000 kilos a month.
Wow.
A month.
That's incredible.
And that's why automation had to be part of our story, because the labor force, what people don't realize, is tremendous unless you bring in automation. So we've literally cut our FTE growth projections in half.
FTE?
Full-time equivalents.
Okay.
Employees, sorry.
Right, right. Okay, so then the main argument for automation, besides optimization of floor space, is reduction in labor costs.
And speed to market too.
And speed to market.
Absolutely. There's a lot of efficiencies gained when you don't have your army of workers going, again, 1 million square feet of greenhouse, it's way down there.
Yeah.
So if you can save the time where we bring the crops to the processing area, and from the cutting stage to veg, when we bring the benches from the centralized area out into these greenhouse fields,
right.
We're saving a lot of time. So it's efficiencies at the same time. But it's more than that. It's how these tables turn,
right.
depending on seasonality, sun, time of day. Everything is computerized. The automation, James, is beyond belief. I just can't describe. We've had a number of groups now, significant investor institutionals flying in to beautiful little Leamington Airport, by the way. and they walk away with just, it's unbelievable. Words cannot describe, videos cannot describe. To see it is to believe it. You got to find your way.
Well, we're going to come. We're actually investing in a very high-end drone, like we're talking cinematography style that they use in Hollywood to do car chases and everything, because we want to capture some of this stuff.
Awesome.
So then, to say that Aphria is locked and loaded and ready for the onset of the recreational market is the epitome of understatement, I'm gathering.
I think your viewers need to understand, if I could just off-road just a bit here, James,
Sure.
because you gave me a big lob ball right here.
Okay.
Once the opening bell rings, so I know New Brunswick is talking about Aug 15th. Our budgets, our 2019 budgets, are predicated on October 1. So all of our planning and CapEx, OpEx, et cetera. We're all going to be wrong, but how close are we?
Right.
But if on October 1 of 2018 the bell rings, and it may not be all provinces, I may add, at the same time. But for the next 12 months, to us, there's 3 distinct windows of time if you carved up that 12 months. It's the time between then, for Aphria, between then and end of January. So in that 4-month bucket, we are still restricted to the 30,000 annualized keys, plus whatever we are, quote, saving in the vault.
Sure.
And we will have sizable inventory ready to service all the provincial regulators. But it's January to about June, July, in that period of time where our significant ramp up of quality harvest come and low cost producer status, we will be there to service any provincial regulator that has holes on the shelves. There's been a lot of press releases by many, many licensed producers about their abilities to grow. They're funded and this is their plan, they're building, but now grow it. And grow it without crop failure. Grow it to what we call quality harvest. That's both, in our definition, grams per plant, per square meter, and the potency, THC and CBD. Prove it. I can tell you that into Jan, in that window of time, we will be there to really service the underperformance of whatever LPs have failed to live up to their commitments province by province. After that, so June, July, August of 2019, it's our belief that some, not all, but some of these licensed producers and their aggressive sound bites on press releases, there will be some more capacity coming on board. And it's that time frame where we believe that the real journey begins. The strong will survive, the weak will not.
Right.
Between now and then, forced consolidation by way of just survival mode. But the price compression will begin by about the fall of 2019, in our opinion. I'll be challenged by many other CEOs.
Sure.
God love them for their position. I'm giving your viewers my take of what's going to happen.
Okay.
And if you are not absolutely the lowest or close to my lowest cost per gram, whether it's cash or all in, I'm going to be a participant when SAQ in Quebec or the Liquor Control Board of BC, when they come to us and say, Vic, we need price concessions.
Right.
Well, I can tell you our last quarter, our cash cost was 96 cents. Come Jan, February 2019, I'll be below 80 cents cash cost a gram. So you can see that I'm very, very flexible and wanting to be part of what it means to be the go-to LP of choice.
Wow.
Because I will be there to service their demand.
Once again, thanks so much for the input. I'm sure our audience really appreciates it, and I certainly do too.
Yeah, these are great times. Your viewing audience, there's so much speculation that's going on and rumored about things. Let me just say that the Aphria story has never looked better, ever. So
all right.
I'm very happy.
Great. Well, thanks for joining me.
Great. Thanks, James.